today we're making creamy mushroom udon. Start with 450 grams of mushrooms. I'm using a mix of cremini and oyster. I also have a couple king oyster mushrooms to use as a topping later on. Thinly slice what will feel like way too many cremini and just roughly tear apart the oyster mushrooms. The mushrooms are going to give the sauce the bulk of its flavor. And the more variety of mushrooms you have in there, the more rich and complex the flavor profile will be. Dice half of a small onion or a quarter of a large one. Finely chop 3 cloves of garlic and a small piece of ginger. Set a sauté pan on medium heat. Once it's heated through, add oil to coat the bottom of the pan. Once the oil is hot enough, add the onion, garlic, and ginger. Sauté till the onions become translucent, about 5 to 7 minutes. Once the onions are cooked through, add the mushrooms and season with a pinch of salt. Cook the mushrooms for about 9 to 10 minutes till they're really soft and all the liquid has evaporated. Add a can of coconut milk. Nope, just the milk. And a cup of vegetable broth and stir to combine. Add soy sauce to taste. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of soy sauce because my broth did not have any salt in it. But if your broth was salty, you might just want to add 1 teaspoon or even maybe omit it. Once the sauce is simmering, turn the heat to low and cook covered for about 10 minutes so that the mushrooms just release all their flavor into the broth. Prep your udon noodles according to package instructions. The sauce is almost ready. It should be super creamy at this point and have all the amazing mushroom flavors infused in it. But to add just a little bit more richness and to get rid of some of that coconut taste, we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of tahini and just mix well to combine. Let it cook for another minute or 2 before turning off the heat. Use a sieve or your steamer or anything with holes small enough to filter the sauce from the mushrooms. And be sure to stir the mushrooms around a bit so you get all the sauce. I'll show you how to use these mushrooms at the end of the video, but let's get on with the udon for now. You'll be left with this creamy, concentrated, mushroom flavored sauce that's also a bit nutty from the tahini. Sear a few slices of tofu and king oyster mushrooms for your udon toppings. Season generously with salt and pepper. Cook both sides till they're golden brown. To serve, add the noodles to the bowl, top with the sauce, and decorate with the mushrooms and tofu. Finally, garnish with some green onions and toasted sesame seeds. If you love mushrooms even half as much as I do, you have to try this dish. And it's a great way for people who don't like the texture of mushrooms to really appreciate the flavor of mushrooms. This right here is my comfort food. It doesn't require any fancy ingredients and it's so easy to make. And before I forget, those mushrooms that we filtered out, just season them well and throw them into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes till they crisp up. You can use them as a filling for grilled cheese or whatever this is, or even as the topping on your udon instead of the king oyster mushrooms. That's it for me today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And you can also find me on Instagram at Plant Destroyer. Thanks, bye.